Howdy folks, and welcome. Creepy Kentuckian here with you again for yet another movie review. This is one that I've been looking forward to for quite a while. It's a movie that I've loved for many years, and it's one that I hadn't seen in a while. And Synapse Films has a brand new standard 4K edition of this film getting ready to come out. I'm excited. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it because Dario Argento's Phenomena is coming to 4K standard edition. I know a lot of people enjoy the standard releases. They don't want to spend the big bucks like me on the box set edition, which I have both, boss. I have both. I love this movie so much. I have both. Now, this one came out, I'm thinking, close to a year ago, and is limited to 6,000 copies. Those are still available on Synapse Film sites, but this one is at a much cheaper price. I'm thinking this one's under $30. This one's like $50 or $60. So, if you're a fan of the movie, if you want all the contents of the movie, but, you know, booklet and extra little goodies and everything is not your thing, then this new edition is the one that you'll want to check out. We're going to briefly talk about the movie and then get into all the goodies that's included in this 4K edition. The movie Phenomena is filmed in 1985 release. It was Dario Argento's follow-up to Inferno, which a lot of people are not really big on that movie. I like it, but I like almost everything that he did from this time period. This one was an idea that Argento had had since he was a young boy, when he heard about investigators using insects to help solve murders and crimes and stuff like that. So this was kind of a little germ in his brain that developed ultimately in 1985 to Phenomena. Also released by New Line Cinema in the United States. Heavily edited version of the movie called Creepers, which you have all different versions of this movie on here too, which we'll talk about as well. But this movie is set in Switzerland. The movie opens with a young schoolgirl in the Swiss countryside who gets left by her classmates and teachers and everything, stranded, if you will, and goes up to this cottage and is like, I need help. There's something going on here. I was left by my classmates here. And, of course, is brutally attacked and killed. Brutally beheaded, if you will. Months later, the decapitated head of the young girl is found, and they're using the maggots and worms or whatever else is feasting upon her flesh with the help of Dr. McGregor, played by Donald Pleasance, to try to figure out what time frame this was going on in, and they need to figure out exactly what kind of animal would do this. So it's a murder mystery movie. Cue in Jennifer, played by Jennifer Connelly. She's kind of an insect whisperer, right? She's got a special relationship with microorganisms and insects and stuff like that. And she also sleepwalks, has bizarre visions of the macabre, and McGregor and Jennifer kind of meet up and try to figure out what is going on with these murders. There's all kinds of weird stuff that's thrown in this movie too. This is not a perfect movie by any means, but man, like the visuals in this movie, I think visually a lot of the shots in this movie and the music and everything, of course you have Goblin back doing the soundtrack with assistance from Motorhead and Iron Maiden, boys. Does it really? I mean, back in the day we saw Motorhead, Iron Maiden, and Ronnie James Dio in the same show. The same show. One of the best concerts I've ever been to. But yeah, it's really cool seeing a mix of Goblin, Motorhead, and Iron Maiden musically in this. Beautifully shot film, as is all of Argento's movies. It's a macabre fairy tale, man. That's the best way to describe Phenomena. This was the very first Dario Argento film I ever watched back in the day, the Anchor Bay Entertainment DVD. It's had many incarnations since then, most of which I have. This is a movie that I'll continue to buy editions for and get these editions because it's just one of the absolute best. It's one of my... I don't think it's the best Argento movie, but it may be my favorite. I think this one, as far as mainstream goes, may be Argento's most polished mainstream movie, aside from, of course, Suspiria. Now, after this, he would do another classic, which I love quite a bit, and I'm hoping someone does a 4K of it as well, Opera in 87. And then, I don't know, I think this was kind of like his peak in the 80s. And then, you know, it would go on to the early 90s and the TV stuff and all that. But this is a great movie. I love this movie. It's always been one of my favorites. And the transfer on this thing is phenomenal. One of the best Argento transfers that I've seen. These essentially, content-wise, are exactly the same. It's 2 discs. The only difference is you have this nice hard box and posters and booklets and stuff like that in this. Now, this is kind of a no-frills edition, so if you have a rack back there and you don't have a whole lot of room, this may be the one that you'll want to pick up. 3 different cuts of Dario Argento's Phenomena in this. You have all 3 cuts in 4K as well. There's original Italian version of the movie that's 116 minutes, an international cut that's 110 minutes, and a U.S. Creepers cut that is 82 minutes. I think the original Italian version also has like a hybrid cut which features a lot of the English dubbing, which I think most of this movie was dubbed in English, and Jennifer Connelly does her own voice in this too, which is really good. I think that's very important. Now, in addition to the different cuts of the movie, there is a ton of extra material on this. There is an audio commentary by Troy Howarth, author of Murder by Design, The Unsane Cinema of Dario Argento. There is a 2-hour documentary of flies and maggots that Arrow Video produced in 2017 that is everything you would ever want to know about Dario Argento's Phenomena is in that documentary. It's longer than the actual movie, and it includes interviews with a lot of the cast and crew, some of which have passed away since then. So it's great stuff. On disc 2, there's an audio commentary on the international version by Dario Argento's scholar and author Derek Botelho and film historian and journalist David Duvall. The 3 Sarcophagi, a visual essay by Arrow Films producer Michael McKenzie, comparing the 2 different cuts of Phenomena. The rare 2.0 stereo mix on the international version. U.S. theatrical trailers. This thing is absolutely stacked. The star of this is that 2-hour documentary as far as the extras go. You have all kinds of different, DTS HD master audio tracks, Dolby stereo elements, tons and tons of extras in this as well. Either one of these editions, great to pick up. I mean, if you're a hardcore collector and you like the artwork and all that, this is the perfect fit for the rest of those Argento 4K box sets. This is one that I'm keeping too, though, because I just love the artwork on it visually. It's totally different artwork that was featured on that special limited edition. And inside, it's kind of a no-frills edition. You do have alternate artwork, which this is double-sided. So this is the original artwork, which we've seen numerous times. And 2 discs, both in 4K. I think that's very important. So Synapse Films, again, they knock it completely out of the park. This is a killer edition, guys, that you want to check out. Check it out. Check us out. We're over at DEADPIT.com. Give us the thumbs up.
Up your butt.
Like, subscribe, And if you subscribe, here's something else you can do. Once you subscribe, you can click the bell notification, right? And it'll notify you anytime that Dead Pit puts up new shit.
Or don't. I really don't give a if you do or
I
don't.
want you to. I want you to.
I don't care.
Let's keep our community growing here on YouTube.
I don't like it. I don't want you to touch nothing.
Listen, they need to do that, pal.
No, don't you dare touch it.
Thumbs up. Subscribe. And click that bell.
Hey everyone, it's Oak Early Jaws. We got some great shirts for you. We got Faces of Death Part 2. We got Creepy Stories to Tell in Kentucky. The Colonel would approve. We also got DEADPIT.com. We got DEADPIT Radio with the little fucking DEADPIT dude on there. We got It Never Ends, a Halloween spoof parody of the new movie. We got It at Night. We got the Rat Pack, Uncle Rat himself. It just gets better and better. So go on and get you some shirts over at Team Public. It just gets better and better, boss.
Thank you to all of our supporters on Patreon. DeadPit on Patreon.com is the only place to check out a complete archive of the old Dead Pit radio shows all the way back from 2005 on, in addition to the midweek shows and fan commentaries, exclusive podcasts, and much more. Dead Pit on Patreon.com if you're interested. Tiers start at only $1.